Well, hello and welcome to the beginner section. So here we're going to go through what you need in order to get to the beginner section, or who this beginner section is for, just to not to waste your time and to get you to the places that you'll need. So first we're going to go through who is this section for. Before we're gonna start, you will probably notice where the section starts and where the section ends. Where the section actually starts from this video right here, this lecture right here, and ends with your first video upload lecture. So it is quite a few lectures, quite a few videos that you are gonna go through, and this section is made for specific type of people. If you are in this type, then you need to go through this section. If you think that you are not, and if you think that you have done all of those things, I still highly suggest you to go through these lectures, because I'm confident that you will still learn some new things from this section. If you think that you are above this, if you think that you don't need this, then by all means go to the intermediate section, which starts with the video called Introduction to an Intermediate. So you can go there right away. But who is this section for? So this section is for the people who has the YouTube user, meaning that they are registered, they have a Google account, and they can just access YouTube as a user. If you don't know how it's done, well, this is a very, very basic computer knowledge, creation of the Google account. I will not teach you how to create a Google account, because this is the thing that you need to have and that you need to know. Despite this being a beginner section, this is the beginner section to the YouTube, not beginner section to how to use Google. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, I cannot teach you this. This is a very basic knowledge. You probably know this already, but if you don't know this, I highly suggest you to go through Google and probably just ask someone how to create a Google account and how to use it. If you don't know what Google account is, you maybe know this as a Gmail account name. So if you have a Gmail account, or what's the real name, Google account, then you probably are already a YouTube user. All you need to do is just log in to the YouTube, and that's it. Very, very, very simple and extremely basic thing that you probably already know. If you have it, good, great. You are on the way to start. But this is section for the people who has no YouTube channel. What do I mean by this? Everyone who has a YouTube user, everyone who has accessed YouTube with a Google account, they automatically have a YouTube channel. In the past, you needed to create a separately YouTube channel. Right now, you don't need this anymore. You already have a YouTube channel when you log in on your YouTube account. That's already, you can upload the videos right away. By this, I mean that people who have now no set up YouTube channel, meaning that you don't have a logo set up, you don't have a banner, you don't have an about section, you don't have any videos, etc., etc. So you don't have a thing that you would call a YouTube channel. You have a YouTube account, but no YouTube channel. And of course, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you shouldn't have a YouTube videos, not a single video. If you have a YouTube user, this means if you don't have a YouTube channel, if you don't have any YouTube videos, then this section is for you. So if you are one of those, then okay. If you have a YouTube videos already, and again, if you think that you will not learn, you want some advanced stuff, some intermediate stuff, you want some things to get you going and scaling up, then by all means, you can go to the intermediate section. But again, I highly suggest you to go through these lectures as well. So what is the goal of this section in its entirety? Because all the sections that I'm going to talk in this course, in this class, has their own goal. Because I highly think that you need to have separate goals for each sections in order to get you going. And the goal of this section is to create a YouTube channel and upload your first video as fast as possible. Why is that? Why this is the goal? Because the most difficult thing in the YouTube channel's journey and your YouTube journey is to create a YouTube channel, because you are getting into an unknown territory. You have no idea what's going on. You don't have anything about this. You don't know anything about this. And this is an unknown territory, and I will try to get you through this beginner type to give you all the knowledge that you need, only the knowledge that you need to make your first video. Because when you get your first video, you will learn from the stuff that I'm going to teach you here, that the first video will be the very worst video they will create because it's going to be the first. And then you will learn everything from that video that you will create. You will know exactly where you need to go. So this means this section is made to give you only the knowledge you need to make your first video. No more, no less. You're gonna go through this section, and if you follow this section according to lecture by lecture, in the end of this section, you'll have a YouTube channel created, and you will have a YouTube video uploaded on your channel as well. I highly suggest you to leave all the knowledge about the YouTube that you have outside of the course. Because here we're going to go only through the things that you need. Because you probably have seen, I've watched a bunch of videos maybe on the YouTube itself about teaching the stuff that's going to feed you the information, all the information, a bunch of different information that you don't need when you start, my friends. So just follow the lectures, because this lectures is going to give you all the information that you need to start your first video. And of course, in the later sections, in the later videos, we're going to expand this knowledge more and more and more and more to accumulate as much as possible from the YouTube. Well, congratulations on the starting of the introductory section of the beginner section, and let's just go and let's just create our first video as fast as possible. Okay, now let's talk about the creation of the YouTube channel. It's usually people are saying that, oh, creation of the YouTube channel is simple and stuff. Yeah, it's actually very simple, but I'm gonna give you some understanding, some insights about the creation of the YouTube channel. This is the thing that I'm gonna show you right now. So you have a Gmail account. Everyone has a Gmail account, and it's very easy thing to do. If you just log in with a Gmail account on your YouTube, and that's it, right? No, wrong. You can have a personal YouTube channel, and you can have a brand YouTube channel. It's usually people are creating the personal YouTube channel, but I highly suggest you to create a brand YouTube channel because it's easier to control. And to do that, all you need to press is press your name right here, and they'll go down to settings. You're gonna press settings right here. Then all you need to do is go to add or manage your channels. Press add or manage your channels right here. And then all you need to do is create a new channel. You're going to press create new channel, and that's it. Or you can go with the creation of the YouTube channel. Let's call it Tube Heroes channel, create. And you're going to wait for it to be created. It's actually a brand account. It's not, it can be easily edited and deleted. And yep, that is just it. You already have a channel. But is it done? No, it's not done. You're going to press the customize channel right here. And yeah, all you need to do is go and add a channel art and the logo right here. We're gonna go through this, of course, in the other lectures, but you will need to understand the creation of the channel and how it's done. But before you go to the other stuff, before we go to the logo and channel art, I highly suggest you to go to the About section and fill it out. Fill out the About section. It's a very important thing to fill out an About section. You can go and add a description right here. Always press this channel description and explain who you are and what your channel is all about. 100%. Always do that first before you're gonna go through anything. Just who you are and what your channel is all about. You can always change this in the future. Add an email for your business inquiry, and of course add the location. You can add the links later. You don't need this 100% first, because people are usually rarely clicking the links. The links will appear right here in the corner of the banner, but you can add it if you want right away. All you need to do is just press the link, add right here, and add the title. Let's say the Pinterest. You're gonna add a Pinterest link right here, and it will have a Pinterest logo actually, and add whatever amount of lectures that you have, whatever amount of the links that you have, you can add this to your channel art, and that's it. That will all be it. You can have all the names right here. It is not necessary to do links at the beginning, but it's necessary to do the About section and the channel creation. Why the brand account? because you can change and delete the brand account whatever you want, and however you are not restricted with anything on the brand account, and it's actually very simple to control, and you don't have your email showing right here, which you don't want in some cases. So it is very, very simple to do. Like I 100% recommend you to create a brand account, and that's it. So we can just go on to the next lecture. Okay, now let's go to how to name your channel. Before that, we actually didn't talk about the naming the channel. We talked about the creation of the channel. We talked a little bit about the about section, about topics and types, but we didn't talk about the naming of your channel, which is pretty important thing. And people are just ignoring this at first in the beginning of their channels, and then they are just regretting the naming of the channel that they do. So it is not very hard to name your channel, and it is a one-time job basically that you need to do in the very beginning of the channel. You can actually do it a bit later. Even if you have 100 subscribers and you change the name of the channel, you'll not lose a lot. But yeah, it's better to not change the name of the channels later. It's better to have the good name or the appropriate name at the very, very beginning. So there are a few rules that you need to follow. So here are some of them. No numbers in your name. Try to not use any numbers in your name. I know there are quite a lot of YouTubers who are using the numbers in their names and they're still popular. But mind that many of them have numbers that in their names that have some function or some meaning, or they created these channels way before the YouTube was even mainstream, and they just got popular in the very early days when there were not a lot of YouTube channels at the first place. So the number one rule is to not use any numbers in the channel. So why it's important is because people tend to not remember numbers very well, especially the longer numbers. So it is not very useful to have numbers in your name. You can have a number as a letter, like fives or something like that. You can have it, but it should be as short as possible. You can not have like Nixon 355. No one will remember Nixon 355. Everybody will remember just Nixon. Nobody cares about 355. So you need to try to not use numbers. Not to try. Don't use any numbers in your name. Don't use any numbers in your name. The next is to not use any special characters. No dashes, no exclamation marks, no question marks, no dots, no commas, no nothing. Special characters are not used in the speech. We're not using it in the speech. We're using it in writing. And you need to remember that people will call your name of the channel verbally. They have it in their heads. They don't have a name of your channel written in their head. They're saying this name in their head, and you are saying this name over and over on the channel as well. So having a special characters is making it a bit hard to remember, and you want your name to be as easy to remember. Third rule is to not use any silly or swear words. Even though if you are a teenager or if you're a young adult and you think that using a silly and swear words will help you to grow your channel, and it will actually grow your channel, but in the future it may backfire on you because it will be very, very difficult to land the brand deals or have some other monetization purposes with the silly and swear words. Don't use the silly and swear words because it will just hurt your business if you want to transform your YouTube into the business in the future. So just avoid it as much as you can. Don't use any silly or swear words in your channel name. So next rules are that real full names are fine to use, as long as they're more or less easy to remember. For example, if you have like very difficult first and last name, try to come with a shorter version of your first name and have your last name in full. It's no problem. Then just try to tell your last name like over and over again on your channel. People will just remember it how to spell it right. Because many of us who does not have Western names or the last names, it will be a bit difficult for the Westerners to use these names and last names. So it's fine to use it, but always give your viewers the information about how to spell it right and how to tell it right. And otherwise, it's very, very fine. Plus, it's easier for you to remember. That's most important. And when you use it comfortably, when you use your name comfortably, your viewers will use it comfortably as well. And that's what you want. Made-up names and pseudonyms are fine as well. For example, for my intents and purposes, Nick Nixon is not my name. It's my pseudonym, and it's made-up name. My name and surname is actually completely different. No, my name is like it's Nick, but it's spelled differently, and my last name is completely different. But I use this name and last name, like pseudonym in the quotes, last name, because it felt right for me, because I was called this name for a really, really long time, and I'm comfortable with this name, and I used it. And it's easy to remember and easy to say, easy to tell. Nick Nixon is very easy to tell. It's spelled differently than how people usually write Nixon, but it's not difficult as well. You can do the same things. And plus, it may transform the future into your brand name. Your name and last name may not transform into your brand name, but your pseudonym may transform into your last name, into your brand name. So you want to use that. And last but not least, in the rules are 1 or 2 words are fine. So don't use more than 2 words in your name. For example, Nick Nixon is 2 words, or you can use the 2 just regular words. Or let's say, if you remember the Cynical Brit channel or Total Biscuit channel, he's unfortunately he passed away already. He was an amazing gaming critic. His name was Total Biscuit, like 2 regular words, but it's kind of silly name, but it's not that silly name. And he was a really, really big gaming reviewer. You can just go and use these 2 words for yourself, but 2 regular words. It will be a bit difficult to transform it into the brand name, but it's not that difficult. So you can use the 2 regular names and regular words as your name. It's very simple to do, and you can use it without any problem. And remember that your name is your brand. It is your brand. It can transform into the huge thing very soon, or not soon enough, but still it can transform into a very huge name. You don't want to be embarrassed to use it. And you have to be concentrating on 2 things while you are naming your channel. You should concentrate it on longevity and simplicity. In longevity, I mean that your name should be usable both at 0 subscribers and 1 million subscribers. You should not be embarrassed to use it at any amount of subscribers you are on. You may go to 2 billion subscribers. I don't know, you may transform into something really, really big, and you don't want to be embarrassed to use it. So just concentrate on that. And another thing is simplicity. And a name should be easy to remember. It should be easy to remember, because hard to remember names, people tend to not remember it and just forget about it and just move on, because the competition is so big that hard to remember names are having really hard time to be remembered. So don't make this mistake. Make up your channel name that is easy and will be usable for really, really, really long time. Well, this will be it for this lecture. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now we will talk about the logo and the banner of the channel. Logo is this thing right here, the thing that is written besides your name, like in this case. And your channel banner is what is right here on the top of your channel. This is 2 of my smaller channels that I actually use at the moment. The Nick Nixon, which is my personal channel that I talk about video creation, course creation, and a YouTube growth right here. And in this case, I use my photo as my logo. You can use your photo as your logo. It's perfectly fine. The simplest way to do is to use your photo as your logo. You can use it 100%. It will not be a problem. The thing is, if you're not making a personal channel, you may not want to use a photo as your logo. Then you can go and create your own logo, something like that. Or if you don't know how to create your logos, I'm going to teach you this right now, so don't worry about this. And you need to do the same thing with your banner that actually explains what your channel is about. Like right here, as you can see that I have the names and everything. I have like new video every 3 days. I have some logos, subscribe for more. The same here, I have the things right here. It tells that my videos are uploaded every single day. Sci-fi and fantasy gameplay videos every day. Like I have the different logos for different franchises. I have my own logo, etc., etc. So these two banners should give you understanding what type of banners and logos that you should have, like for yourself. But now the difficult thing, you don't know how to create a logo and a banner. So this logo and banner has been made through Photoshop, so it's a bit advanced. So I'm not gonna teach you how to do it on Photoshop, at least at this moment. We're gonna go through the advanced logo and banner designs later. But the thing that you can do right now is go through and create your logos through canva.com. I'm gonna be, of course, including every single links. So canva.com is your best bet to start with your channel design. It is the best place to start for yourself. And when you go to canva.com and you log in, you can go log in with your Google account or with your Facebook account. It's not a problem, or you can register. It's absolutely free to use. There is a paid subscription as well, but let's concentrate on only the free subscription at the moment. When you go here, you can have a create a design tab, or you can have the search tab right here. What you need to concentrate on is YouTube channel art right here. And I'm gonna go switch here and logo. These two things that you need to concentrate on. If you don't see it right here, you can just go and search for logo, and like it will just search logo for you. Or you can go for the YouTube, just search YouTube, and it will give you your YouTube icon, YouTube channel thumbnail, and YouTube art. YouTube icon is very, very good thing to use as well. You can go and see YouTube icon as well. Let me just switch to your YouTube icon right here. And as you can see, like when you press the YouTube icon, it will give you a bunch of templates. The same thing is with the YouTube logo. I'm going to show you the YouTube logo right here, just a logo design. Yes, logo designs look pretty good as well, but YouTube icon will be a bit simpler for you to use, and it will be a bit better to use because it concentrates more on the circular design right here. As you can see, like despite the logo itself being square, it shows you in a circle right here, and the same here, it shows you in a circle. So as you can see, if you just have a circle around this one, it will be perfectly fine. Here as well, here as well, here as well. You can just go and choose whatever design you want, whatever suits your needs. And let's concentrate on, I don't know, let's choose one of the logos. As you can see, there are a lot of different logos. Let's concentrate, for example, something very simple. Let's concentrate on this one. I'm going to press this one right here. It will open it in the editor. And what I can do is I can change the name. For example, if I want to have it in the Nick Nixon name, Nick and Nixon, I'm going to press enter right here just to have it spaced out. It's going to say Nick Nixon since 1992. Yes, this actually my year of birth, which is very, very nice. And I can change this logo. As you can see, this logo is watermarked. So what I will do is I will delete this one, and I will use some other element to add. I'm going to press elements right here. And for example, let's use this one. I've been using this thing. This is a Twitch logo. If I want, I'm going to put it right here. And as you can see, it fits perfectly fine. It looks perfectly well. Or I can change something else. I can go with the uploads. I think I have a YouTube logo somewhere. Oh no, I have a Nixon logo actually. Yeah, this you can use if you have a separate logo, or you can just upload whatever you want or search for internet. And as you can see, I can just put it right here. It looks just perfectly fine. It does not look the best, but it's perfectly fine if you are doing it as a beginner. It is very, very nice thing to have as a beginner. You don't need anything complicated to have at the beginning of the channel. Like, what is bad about this logo and why I myself would not use this logo is it's way too small. As you can see, that logo right here, it's very, very small, and details will be very difficult to distinguish. And what I would do in my case, like I would just delete this text entirely and just have since only 1992 and just have something like that. Or just increase it in size and have something like that. What I would do in my case. But if you don't have this one, you can just write a big letter N, just have a text, add heading, and write letter N, and then just change its size into something very, very big, like 144, or maybe even larger than that. And like have a font that you want. Let me just move it right here and have it something like that. Like make positioning may be a bit difficult, but you can position it however you want. Like this is a logo. This is a very simple logo that you can create. The same thing you can do with the banners, which is right here. With the banner, you can choose a different banner, whatever you want. Let's say, for example, I'm gonna choose something like, let's choose it together. Let's choose something like that. I'm gonna press this one, and I'm gonna change the text. Making your let's say life better. And yeah, you're gonna have something like travel videos. No, I'm gonna say a content creation videos and tips. Bam, we have our banner done. It's very simple and very fast to do. What you need to concentrate on as well is try to have a color scheme same here and here. Like try to have the same. In my case, I don't have it the same, so I can just go and like choose this color. I need the hex color for this one, but okay, no problem. I can try to have the similar color to here. I'm gonna select this one and select something like similar, not very close, but similar to this one. I'm gonna change every single color to this one, and yeah, I'm gonna have something like this and this. They look more or less similar, and which is very, very nice to have. And it is extremely simple thing to do. All you need to do is just go and play with canva.com. It's absolutely free. Just focus on things that are absolutely free, because you're gonna see some remove watermarks stuff, etc, etc. Just concentrate on this stuff, and then what you need to do is go and press download right here, and it will download the PNG. You cannot work on these things right here, and sometimes what will happen is that it will be a bit too large when you download. This is the resolution is I don't know if you can see it somewhere. I think you could see it right here. Yes, if you go to the channel, it says 2560 by 1440. That's that you need to have as the resolution of your channel art. Sometimes when you download it, it will be way too heavy. And what you will need to do is change the picture's size, make it better. And what you need to do is just Google it, like change picture size right here. You can go and pick resize right here. It will be, you can upload the picture right here and just make it a bit smaller. That's it's a very simple thing to do. You need to go and make this thing smaller. It happened a few times with me. It may happen if it may happen with you as well. Just be mindful of that. So this was it for the simple logo and banner design. As you can see, it looks pretty good, and this will boost your channel at the very beginning. You can change it anytime in the future. Unlike names, you can change logo and banners in any time that you want. It will not be a problem in the future. So just work on that, improve on that, and just start learning how to make a better logos and better channel arts. And yeah, we're gonna return with the next lecture. Okay, now let's concentrate on thing that a lot of beginner YouTubers are concentrating way too much on, and it is an equipment. They think that you need a huge equipment in order to grow on YouTube. This is absolute BS. It's not true. But there are some equipments that you need to have in order to succeed on YouTube. Not just to succeed, in order to not fail on YouTube, because there is some things that you need that will give you a baseline in order to not shrink your channel and not doom your channel from or your videos from the very beginner. And I'm gonna give you an exhaustive list of the things that you need, absolutely need as a beginner, like absolutely exhaustive list. And we're gonna start right now with it. And what the things that you need is the microphone. That's it. That's really it. That's all that you need. The good microphone is all that you need to have a good YouTube channel. That's all that you need to have a YouTube channel. It's weird, right? The people, you probably thought that I would say, oh, you need a camera, you need a fantastic computer, oh, you need something, lighting, etc., etc. Yes, all those things are good. All those things are very, very good. But microphone is essential for the beginner. We're going to talk about the stuff that will be useful in the future for more grown-up channel. But as a beginner, for the person who have not done any videos or have done very few videos, the microphone is an essential thing to have. And you need to know what microphone to choose. Like, you absolutely need to know how to choose your microphone. Otherwise, you're going to have some problems. So let's just talk about the microphones, because it's an essential equipment that you need. You have 3 types of microphone that you can choose from. And you can understand what type of microphones are with the pictures. 3 types are lavalier mics, there are condenser mics, and dynamic mics. Like, you don't need to get very deep into this stuff. I don't suggest you to get very deep into the audio stuff, because yeah, there are things that are different with those, but you don't need to know. But understand that lavalier mics are the smaller mics that is attached to a collar. Condenser and dynamic mics will be absolutely similar for you, but they work a bit differently. You don't need to know exactly how they work, but just know that dynamic mics usually cost more because they are better. Because they, they filter out your environment a bit better. For example, on concerts and on the big venues, the dynamic mics are used, not the condenser mics. Condenser mics are usually the cheaper versions of the dynamic mics, and they work very well in well-treated rooms. That's what you need to know. That's all that you need to know between dynamic and condenser mics. Lavalier mics are always worse quality than condenser and dynamic mics because they're much smaller, but they are acceptable quality. And because of their versatility, I highly suggest to buy a lavalier mic first. And they are the cheapest one of the bunch. For example, I mainly use for my videos, like not right now, but for my videos, you can check the Nick Nixon channel. The majority of my videos has been recorded with the lavalier mic. You can actually see it within the videos. And the video audio quality is not bad. It's pretty acceptable and it's pretty good. It's not as good as condenser and dynamic mic. Right now I'm recording it on a condenser mic and it's clearer and has much more bass, it's richer sound. But it does not mean that lavalier mics are actually bad. It's the cheapest version that you get. You can get lavalier mics as cheap as $15 or even $10, and I highly suggest you to go for those ones. There are, of course, much more expensive lav mics, but yeah, don't concentrate on expensive ones. Even I myself use $15 lavalier mic, and it's perfectly fine. And I know a lot of YouTubers who use even cheaper mics, and they're doing perfectly fine. But the thing is that it needs to be a separate microphone. That's what you need to do. It needs to be a separate microphone. Go and buy a lavalier mic. Then maybe if you want to up the game, and if you are mainly recording your voice while sitting with the computer, then focus on condenser mics. And after that, if you have finances, if you have enough money, concentrate on dynamic mics. There is also fourth type of mic that I did not talk, which is a shotgun mic. But a shotgun mic is working mainly in junction with a camera, with a high-end camera. So you don't need any shotgun mic at the very beginning. Just concentrate on those three first and then think about the shotgun mic. Plus, lavalier mic in many cases is as good, if not better, than many shotgun mics. And plus, shotgun mics cost way more than lavalier mics. So concentrate on lavalier mic first. But you may say, okay, microphone is done. Okay, you will buy a microphone or you already have a microphone. What about camera? What about the video editing? Aren't they important? Don't you need them? Well, actually, yes, you do, but there is a high chance that you don't have a good microphone and you need to purchase it for your YouTube channel. And there is even a higher chance that you already have a camera, because you can use any camera that you want and any camera that you have. You can use the phone camera, which is in majority of the cases will be the best camera you will have for a really long time on your YouTube channel. Or you can use any camera that you have, any old camera. You can even use a webcam. It's not a big problem because you can make your webcam look pretty good and people will forgive you for the webcam quality, even though you're trying to make it look as best as possible. Phone camera looks already pretty great. And people will forgive you bad camera quality if the content is good, but they will not forgive you any bad audio and microphone quality. People will not forgive you that. So just concentrate on good camera. Concentrate on good microphone. Don't concentrate on good camera because cameras are much more expensive. You will need probably at least $1,000 cam, and in the worst case scenario, at least $500 cam, if you buy it used, to top off your phone camera. If you have anything that's from last 5 years, you'll need at least $500 to top off your phone camera. So imagine how big of a investment it is. So you don't need to concentrate on camera at least at the very beginning of your YouTube career. Now, what about a computer? What about an editing? Yes, we can talk about this as well, of course. You can use your existing computer for your editing. You can use any computer for your editing. And most importantly, Phones are so much powerful right now that you can edit your videos on phones and on tablets. Plus, you're not gonna like edit like exceptionally powerful videos at the very beginning. You don't know how to edit, and you will not need a very powerful computers or phones in order to edit your videos. Simple cutting is enough for you at the beginning, because that's what majority of people are doing. Simple cutting is enough for you, and adding different tracks. That's it. Like add video track or audio track on top of the whatever it is. You don't need any fancy effects for your videos, especially for the YouTube videos. And your phones and your existing computer will do just fine. Don't think about this too much. If you have an exceptionally bad computer, the chances your phone is good enough, because usually the phone video editing software is very well like balanced and very well optimized. I myself edit all of my videos, including this course videos, on my iPad, on my tablet. All of my videos on YouTube has been edited on the tablet. That's how powerful the tablets and phones are nowadays. So that's why you don't need to concentrate on buying new rig for your editing or for your video. All you need to do is concentrate on your audio first. Well, this will be it for today. Let's just go to the next one. Okay, now we are talking about the recording. So you came up with your first video ideas, hopefully, and you know already what video you want to create. So here I'm gonna give you a list of some techniques that you could use in order for yourself to have an understanding how you can actually record your videos. Of course, it will be very surface level talking about these techniques, because you don't need to go very deep into it. So I'm just gonna give you just understanding what you should do and how you should just the recording techniques, and of course we're gonna go through the editing of these types of videos as well. So without further ado, let's just go. Okay, these are the recording techniques that you need to concentrate on at first, at the beginner level. Don't go like way overboard. So you can go with 5 different recording techniques. So this is not made like for the cinematographers or like something very difficult or very hard. This is at very beginner level for everyone to understand. Okay, you can have like 5 different recording techniques. Meaning that you can mix and match all of them with each other. It's not that it's not a video type. It's a recording technique, as you understand. So it's different type of recording you can create. So you can record a voiceover. You can record a talking head. You can screen record. You can record voiceover plus B-roll. And you can record a vlog type. So let's just talk through each and one of them very briefly, because you don't need to know about them very deeply at first. So voiceover is just record your voice talking about any topic of your choice and use stock videos as a B-roll. This is in an editing phase. We're not doing in an editing phase. So voiceover and the voiceover plus B-roll, it's very close and similar to each other. Again, additionally record the subjects, objects you're talking about as a B-roll. It's the same thing, but in the first case, we're using just a stock B-roll, like any video that you could find. And in second case, you specifically record it ourselves. So they're practically the same. In 95% of the cases, they are the same. But I just gave you in a separate way so you could just, it would be easier to understand. Okay, first is you're sitting down and just recording your voice in an audio recording software like Audacity. We talked about this in a previous lecture. Like I'm doing right now. I'm recording my voice. And you can do is just, when you're talking about some certain stuff, you want, of course, some video accompanying it, right? But you don't have any videos recorded, and you cannot record, or you don't record, or whatever reasons you don't have any videos. What you can do instead is you can go to Google and search for some stock videos. It can be free or paid, it doesn't matter. Search for stock videos and just put those videos as a B-roll, meaning that as a visual representative of the things that you talk about. That's all that you can do. You can even use pictures as a B-roll. It doesn't matter. It's a very simple thing. You probably have seen a lot of YouTube channels that people are talking and just having the random videos playing on the background that's somehow related but not really. That's what you can do as a recording technique. You can just sit down, talk, and then just put a B-roll on it. As for the voiceover plus B-roll that you can record, is that it usually works for the videos that is product based. For example, if you are making a review of something, let's say if you're making a review of a keyboard, what you do is you take a footage of the keyboard, you just record it on a camera, if you have a camera, of course, or on a phone. Just record a footage of different angles, just panning, like rolling, just from upside down, from down and up, like pressing the keyboards, typing, whatever the things that you can do on a keyboard, you're just doing it. And then you're just talking about it and just putting the appropriate type of the video on top of this voiceover. It's a very simple thing, again, very, very simple thing, even for the people who do not understand video recording. You probably have seen a lot of videos like that, and you have already an understanding. If you haven't seen a lot of videos, just type any product that you want and just review. Just, for example, a Logitech mouse, something review. Just go there and see what type of videos people are recording. They're usually combining like a bunch of those together, and just you will have an understanding what type of videos you need to record for this one and what type of voiceover you need to have as well. Talking head video is point the camera on yourself and start talking about a particular topic. It is kind of voiceover, but instead of just just talking and do not do recording any videos, you're recording a video of yourself talking. It's as simple as that. You just record a video of yourself talking. Very, very simple. Talking head means that its camera is pointing on your head, and you're just talking to the camera. That's it. It's a very simple thing to do. And you've seen a bunch of videos like that on this course itself, when I just sit down and talk. And like whatever I'm doing right now, it's like voiceover plus B-roll or whatever you want, like in these two cases. In this case, it's like something like a mix of this and this right here. Then we're going to talk about this in a second. So that's what we have right here. So screen recording is, well, exactly the thing that I'm doing right now. It's exactly the thing that I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm not giving any B-roll, so sorry about that. It's not a B-roll. It's completely screen recording. These two are very, very similar, but instead of just recording thing on camera, you're just recording your screen. That's very, very similar. So use OBS or other screen recorder software to record whatever you're doing on a screen using voiceover. So right now, I'm not doing it separately. I'm recording my screen and my voice all at the same time. That's what I'm doing right now. You can do the same thing right here. It's extremely simple to do, extremely simple to understand. Just use your OBS and record your screen. That's all you need to know. Last but not least is vlog/skit type. Record just a situation on a camera. Additionally, record your voice over later. So we've seen a lot of vlogs, a lot of skits, a lot of just situational comedy stuff. You can do the same. Just record as different situations, and then you can add a video later, voiceover later. So unlike this one, not unlike this one, basically, if you're recording B-roll of the certain subject, in this case you're recording B-roll of the certain situation. Or let's say if it's a travel video, you record at different travel things, at different destinations, different places, and instead of voiceover, you may add just the music. That's all you can do. That's all you need to do. Or you can add both voiceover and music. That's what the things does. It's very difficult to talk about recording techniques without actually showing it, but showing it's very difficult as well, because a lot of different people are doing it in a lot of different styles. They will want to do it in a lot of different ways. These 5 things are the simplest things that you could do. They're all very similar to each other. They all practically means that you're just talking and recording different types. Like they are all about to talk. They all contain voiceovers. In other ways you can do without a voiceover, if you have a compilation videos or something like that. But I assume that you want to record videos about yourself and just talk about you talking about a particular topic, explaining or entertaining or whatever it is. I just assume that you're recording something like this. If you want a compilations, it's even easier than any of that. You take the different videos and just stitch them together, or just add a music or add whatever type of audio that you want. That's all there is. It's even simpler than all of this. So this will be it for now. In the next lecture, I'm going to give you some footage that I already recorded, and I'm going to be editing it in a simple way as possible. So yeah, let's just see it in the next lecture. So we already recorded our first video. We already edited it. Well, at least in a power that we could edit it, and now we will upload this video on YouTube. So this will be your official first video uploaded on YouTube. I'm gonna show you how you can actually do it. Of course, probably you can figure it out yourself, but we're just gonna go through some things that is very, very important and essential to know while uploading a YouTube video. So when you go to your just YouTube channel, just regular YouTube channel, you can upload your video through two things. You can upload just video through your YouTube channel, basically homepage, or you can go to a, let's say, YouTube Studio. I'm gonna press this open in a new tab. As you can see, we opened it in a new tab. You can upload it from two different places. Both of them will act exactly the same, so it doesn't matter where you will upload it from. So in this case, we're gonna upload it from the regular YouTube homepage. All you need to do is just go and press this camera button with a plus. You're gonna press this one and press upload video. That's all you need to do. Right now we're gonna choose just a random video to upload, and we're just gonna upload the video, and I'm gonna show you how it's actually done. To do so, all you need to do is just press select file and select the video that you want to upload. So in this case, I'm selecting just a random video to upload, and what you will have here is, ignore this icons and these things. You can ignore this because you actually don't need this. This is all coming from the extensions that I have installed, which is called vidIQ in this case and TubeBuddy in this case. Ignore all of this. So as you can see, it filled out everything for me in the description and in the title, but usually for you it will be in the title, it will be just a video name, the video file name, and in the description it will be nothing there. So what you will do in the video title is you're going to choose the title of the video. It's very simple, as simple as that. It's very simple. You're going to choose the title of the video. Don't think about this too much. It will be very important to choose titles well in the future, but in the beginning, when you're uploading your first video, it doesn't matter. Just give the title what your video is actually, like really good, accurate title. It should be very, very accurate title, so people would just go to the title. It's as simple as that. As for the description, describe what your video is all about. Describe it in as high detail as you can. You can even put entire transcript of your videos right here. You see a lot of different things right here. I'm gonna just delete this so you would not be confused. If you want to just copy my descriptions, you can just go to one of my YouTube channels and just see, but it will not be a big benefit for you. Just don't do it. It will be useless for a majority of you, so just don't do it for this one. And just describe what your video is all about. Describe it in as high detail as you can. Describe it as high detail and use the words that people can find it with. Don't focus on it too much though, because we're going to focus on keywords a bit later in more an intermediate section, but not here. Just describe your video, as simple as that. From here, when you will upload the video, it will be generate 3 thumbnails for a video. What thumbnail is, you know what thumbnail is. It's basically the picture outside the cover of the video. You can choose any 3 stills from your video, or you can upload your thumbnail. What I highly suggest you to do is just to have any thumbnail, and usually it's better to have a custom thumbnails. We're going to learn about thumbnails in an intermediate section because it's a bit more important. But in the beginning, you can just go and create your thumbnails in canva.com. The same place where you can, what I taught you in the software place, software lectures. You just go and create your thumbnail right there. It can be any thumbnail. Use any template that you want and just use other YouTubers' videos as a reference, so how it should look like. That's all you need to do. Don't think about this too much. And here, ignore the playlist for now. We're gonna focus on this later. And right here, just this is like 100% mandatory. Just select if your video is made for kids or it's not made for kids. Not made for kids means that it is exclusively for kids. Like kids are watching this. This is for the kids. That's what it means. If kids may watch it, then you will select this one. If you think that your majority of your audience are not kids, you will select not made for kids. But be truthful with that. If it's for kids, select it, because you will get penalized for that, and I think you'll be fined for real if you will be caught lying in this case. So just don't lie. And the same here. Restrict your videos for 18 plus or not. Do the same right here. After you'll be done here, you can press next. Even before it's finishing uploading, you can press next right here, and you can ignore this one right away. You don't need any end screens and info cards, and all you will need to do is either publish it right away. You can press it public right here, or you can select it as a private or unlisted. What's the difference between public, private, unlisted? We're gonna talk about this again later, but if you want to publish it, just select public and then publish. If you don't want it to be published, just leave it on private. We're gonna talk about scheduling later. Just don't focus it about this too much. Why I am telling you to not focus on the majority of things too much? Because this is your first video. If I would tell you everything that can be done here, if I would take you through everything and start explaining every single detail at the moment right now with your first video, it will be overwhelming to you. Trust me, it is overwhelming for everyone. For now, you need to concentrate on things that matters for your YouTube channel, and it is your YouTube videos themselves. That first video that you'll upload, that matters the most in this case. Anything else does not matter. Title and description, only thing that matters, and the thumbnail. That you can get away with whatever you want. I'm gonna teach you how to do better thumbnails later as well, so you can just go and return to this and change thumbnails later. You can change everything here anytime you want after you upload your video. Everything except the video itself. So don't focus on these things too much. You can return anytime in the future and do it again. That's why I'm telling you to not concentrate on the things that does not matter for you. So let's just move to the next one. Okay, let's now talk about description templates and upload defaults. They are practically the same thing, and they are very, very, very useful thing that will help you in the long run to, let's say, avoid the tedious metadata input every single time you upload the video. So that means that every time you will upload the video, if you have an upload defaults, your description will be filled with the things that is same for the majority of the videos. Then you can fix after that. For example, if you go to the settings right here and go to the upload default, it's the new studio, of course, because your old studio, for me at least, it is no longer available. You'll see that you have a title, you have a description, you have visibility, you have tags and advanced settings that you can fill out. Whatever you will fill out right here will be available on every single upload you upload on your videos. Well, every single upload you'll make, basically. I just talked a bunch of nonsense, but for every single upload you will do, it will fill out your description, it will fill out your title if you have like some certain title, visibility, and tags. Why is it that important? As you can see in my links in my description, I have like, hello fellas, in this video I will be, and then talking about some stuff, because this will be the same in every single video I upload. Join me and don't forget to subscribe every single video. I have my Twitch channel in every single video, my Discord server every single video, some of my links in every single video, some of my affiliate links, some of my other channels, hashtags. That means that I need to put hashtags right here. It will be the same in every single video. Imagine filling this up by hand every single time when you upload your new video. You'll go insane, right? And in addition, this video is I'm doing videos daily here. Imagine filling this out every single day, every single time. You will go insane. And with an upload default, you can fill it out, fill the essential stuff in advance, and then when you upload the video, I will just add some text right here. If I want to add anything, I will add after this. If I want to do some additional links or whatever with a specific to this video, I will do it right there. I will change the hashtags of the video, and that's it. Because in my case, because I don't have, my titles are different for every single one. I don't have a default title, but I could do this one as well. And because I want the visibility to be private all the time, I suggest you to go with a private. I have visibility in a private. And if you want a certain tags to be used, you can go and use the certain tags that will be available in every single video. I don't use this because I don't want to fill out the tags like my YouTube channel name tags, because they are useless, because people are using their names in their tags, which is useless. Your channel name is your biggest part of your metadata. Why would you want to use up the tag space for this? So that's why I'm not doing it. And what you can do as well is go to the advanced settings, choose the licenses, which is like usually this one, choose your category, which usually for my case is gaming. Always choose the video language 100%. I talked about this in the uploading workflow, but always choose this one because this will generate you closed captions, which is very good. Community contributions, yeah, you can go on and off if you want, and allow comments, whether you want to allow or not allow the comments, or if you want just to disable the comments. All users can view the ratings of your video, meaning that like, dislikes, they can view this one. If you want, you can do this. If you don't want, you will delete this. Very, very, very useful thing that I highly, not just suggest, you must do it. You must do it because you will go insane. Just craft in it, not as soon as you start creating videos. Craft your descriptions as the time goes, as the time flows. Maybe you remember, okay, I want to include my Instagram in my description. Add it in your upload default so the next time it will always be there. Okay, I want to include my Discord server. Add it there. Okay, I want to include affiliate link to the certain service that might generate me some income. You can write it there. Always fill it out. With the TubeBuddy right here, you can actually have multiple upload defaults. Like as you can see, I have like some different games. I have some different upload defaults. I could use it for myself if you have a TubeBuddy, but you need a paid license to have the multiple upload defaults, at least the pro license. Just know that. You can do it 100%. Again, highly suggest you to use upload defaults. Now, again, not suggest you. Use upload defaults 100%. So this will be it for this one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now let's just talk about YouTube Live and what it is. Why is it important and where you can use it? This entire section will be dedicated to the YouTube Live, but it will be dedicated to the basics of YouTube Live because live streaming itself is a completely separate industry that can be talked for quite a few hours. And here I will be covering the basics of live streaming coming from the YouTube Live. So what does YouTube Live means and what does live streaming, what is actually live streaming, what is it good for, what is it bad for? We're going to cover everything in this section, why you should use it and why you should not use it. In a future lectures, we're going to be covering, of course, the practical applications like a software, like which software you can use to go live. I'm going to be giving you a very basic understanding how you can go live and what you need to set up in a YouTube itself in order to get alive. And plus I'm gonna be giving you some basic stream, I'm gonna say etiquette, or like some scenes and things that you need to set up for your live streaming before you will go live, just to look a bit more professional and you would not look some kind of amateur when you go live for your viewers. But don't worry about this, everybody is amateur when they're doing this in the first time, so don't worry about this. So we're gonna cover everything in a YouTube Live. So what is YouTube Live? YouTube Live allows you to go with your videos live, meaning that it will be going live and your viewers will be seeing the video as it is being created and it is being made on your computer. Like for example, I am creating this live. For you it is on demand, meaning that you're gonna see the only recording, but at the moment imagine watching the video as me being recording this video. This is what being live means. So notable competitors to YouTube Live are of course Twitch and Facebook Live. This at the moment are these two. There was a Mixer as well, but it is gone. So let's just go through like overview what the YouTube Live is good for. The main thing that main thing that you would want to go to live is to communicate with your viewers directly without any time delays. You see, when you create the videos on demand on YouTube, you don't communicate with the viewers. You see the post comments, meaning that the comments are done only after the video is done entirely, meaning that you're gonna have all the cuts, all the edits, everything will be done, and only after that you're gonna get comments for your viewers. You're not gonna get any live interactions from your viewers. Sometimes it is good, but sometimes it is bad. If you want your feedback live as you are creating or as you're talking, the live streaming will be probably the best thing for you, because you can see everything happening from your viewer side as the video content is created, and you can change the direction of the content depending on how your viewers are reacting. Is this good for everything and everyone? No. But depending on the content that you create, some content is better done live. And let's just discuss some of the content like that. Second thing, why the YouTube Live is great is because it is great for the videos that requires interactions. Not requires, but probably will be better with interactions. The examples of this will be lectures, webinars, gaming, live stream, etc. So where interactions are the part of the content. So live streaming was actually not pioneered, but made more popular with the gaming, and you probably are familiar with that. If not, well, you know. Twitch made it a very mainstream and very big thing because interacting with the viewers as the streamer plays the games has become the part of the content itself, which gave birth to a completely separate type of content for the gaming, which is a live streaming gaming. For the lectures and webinars, it is exceptionally important and exceptionally powerful because you are getting questions and you are getting a feedback with your lectures and webinars after you are done with your lecture. For example, imagine if you had a live stream like that. If you had any questions live, you could answer the questions like that, and I would answer it as I record the lecture. It is a very, very powerful thing for you to have. But let's just discuss one thing. Again, you are just doing an overview, and let's just discuss one thing that is not great for, that you might think that it is great for. It is not great for reach. Meaning that live content does not get as much reach as on-demand videos, meaning that not a lot of people are going to see your live content. To give you an example, like how many people are actually tuning into live content on YouTube, I'm talking now, of course, on YouTube, is that the channels with 100,000 subscribers with a few thousand to 10,000 to 100,000 views per video might get maybe few hundred viewers on the live content. Viewers, not views. Viewers, I mean like concurrent viewers. Meaning that you're going to get 0.1% to 1% of the viewers tuning into the live content. Because you are going to get live viewers, like 95% of the viewers will be from a subscriber pool. And if you don't have a subscriber pool, going live on YouTube will be pretty bad for you because it is not going to get you new viewers, because people are not just going to discover your live stream. When the video will transform to on-demand video, meaning that when you upload the VOD or the recording of your live stream, then yes, it might get more views because it will be uploaded as a regular video. But as you are live, don't think that going live will grant you more views. Back in 2016, when I was doing the live streams, I was thinking like that because Twitch was like that and the Facebook was like that. No, is like that. I mean, not was, but YouTube is not. Discoverability, live discoverability on YouTube is simply trash. It is awful, and don't even think that you will get a lot of views, a lot of people, new people coming to your live stream. It's good for the people that are already on your channel and the people you market it to, meaning that they know that it's going to be live on your channel. So this is just a small, like very, very basic understanding of the live stream. Again, if you have questions and if you want to know more about this, you can ask me directly. I'm willing to answer all the questions that you want. This is not a course about live streaming because it is completely separate type of content, but because YouTube is actually providing you with this, I decided to add this section to the lecture. So in the future lectures, we're going to be talking about live streaming software, how you can go live, what you need to do, like technical standpoint, in order to go live. And I'm going to be just giving you everything, showing you live directly what you need to go live. And we're going to talk about a little bit about setups, and we're going to talk about stream preparations, etc, etc. And of course, we're going to talk about on the YouTube side. So this will be it for this lecture. Let's go to the next one then. Let's talk about the technical part of going live. You need some software, right, to go live, and that's absolutely true. And what you see right here on your screen is software called Open Broadcaster Software, or OBS. So I'm actually recording with another instance of OBS because OBS is great not just for the live streaming, but for the recording as well. And we actually talked about the recording and screen recording in one of the previous lectures where we mentioned the software that you need for the YouTube. And here, I'm going to be showing you how you can actually go live. So Open Broadcaster Software, OBS, is absolutely free. You can get it for absolutely free. So it's amazing software that you need to have. And what you will do in an OBS is that you need to create scenes and sources in order to go live first. Well, basically you need to have something to go live with. So I'm going to be showing you some very basics of OBS. So here it is. So OBS is working with scenes and sources. So sources are basically whatever you want to have live on your video. So whatever you want to be seen is sources. So sources can be a lot of different things all at once. So I'm just going to be showing you like one of the sources if I can to turn it on. I don't think that I have it. As you can see, I'm going to press like play like that, and if I press this one to show you a desktop, you see the desktop itself, like whatever I see on that desktop. And because on the desktop I have the OBS instance itself, you're gonna see an OBS within OBS itself, etc, etc. So this is what you see. I'm gonna turn it off just to not confuse you. So sources here are the parts that you want to see, like for example a camera, which I don't have on at the moment because it's on in the other OBS instance. So for that reason, I cannot turn it on right here. You have like window captures if you want to capture a different part of Windows. I have game captures if I want to play game and capture the game to show it right here. I have the desktop itself, as you can see, whatever I see on the desktop you see on here, and I can add the different sources like that if I want to show just image, if I want to see just a color. Let's say that I want to show you just a very, very small thing, like maybe let's say the color source. I'm going to choose a color source just to give you as an example. I'm going to add an existing color source, for example, here. Okay. And as you can see, I have a green color source right here. That's how it works. You can drag and drop however you want. You can resize it if you want. And I have a green color source for the green screen. So I would add anything that I want. I'm going to just resize it just like that. And I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to make it bigger just like that with a shift. And as you can see, I can fill the entire screen with a color source. And let me just turn on my display, which is behind the color source. I'm going to put it up. As you can see, we are operating on a layer basis. Turn it on because it's too much. And I can just make my screen smaller. And as you can see, I have my screen right here, and I have color source on the background. I can have a video there. I can have my own face there. I can have any other color. I can have image. Whatever I want, I can have it on the background, and I can put like however many parts that I want here. So that's what OBS can do. Let me just turn it off. And all these scenes are gathered, all the sources are gathered into scenes. For example, if you want a different configurations of the sources, you're basically creating a scene. As an example, I'm going to give you like a stream starting scene. This is my stream starting scene for one of my gaming streams. I haven't live streamed for a while, but this is like my stream starting scene. And as you can see, I'm using a browser source to build all of these ones. Then like, for example, I have an intermission scene where this is where my faces, and this is where what the chat is, and this is, for example, ending scene where the stream is ending, and see you next time. This or be right back when I'm just leaving a stream and I don't want to turn off and I want to stream all at once. I'm gonna be doing this one. And if I'm gaming, I have my face only right here, and this is the thing that I want in here. Like this frame is a separate scene. You don't see it here because I've built it in a different way, but when you do this, you can do this as a separate scene. This is a separate video scene right here. And like everything, I have my alerts going on and like etc. So the basics is that I talked about this too much, but basics is that just put the sources that you want right here. For example, if you want a video, just choose a source, press plus, add, and media source. In this case, video is a media source. Place media source, create a new one. Okay, then just choose a file that you want. Just press, choose a file. You will not be able to see this because I cannot show you because I'm recording a window. Let me just show you how let me just record the entire screen. You're gonna see a Windows activation button as well. The thing that a lot of people are hating, but I don't, because I have reasons why I have Windows activation there. I'm just gonna show you how the media sources actually work. Let me delete this. Press plus. Press media source, press select create new, press OK, and you can just select the browse and select the source that you want from here. If you want a video to be looped, you're gonna press loop right here, and it will just start over and over and over again. Like I showed you in the previous one, it just looped and loops over and over again, and just press OK, and it will be there just like that. So in this case, it is not there, but still you can just show it like that. Let me just turn off because of Windows activation. Screen is just bothering for a lot of people. So this is very simple explanation of OBS, but we're not done yet, of course, because I haven't showed you how you can go live. And you're absolutely correct. As you can see right here, we have a few buttons. Like we have start streaming, which is the things that we want. When we have start recording and etc. Ignore all of the rest. We are not focused on recording and replay buffer. We're focusing on streaming. In order to go live, you need to press start streaming. But you haven't shown OBS where you want to go live. So for that reason, you're gonna press settings right here. I'm gonna need to switch to the window capture, screen capture again. Sorry for the activate window screen. Press settings right here, and then go to stream and just choose whatever stream service that you want. Like in this case, it's a Restream, but for you, it will be, I'm going to choose a YouTube, press YouTube and YouTube Gaming, and so for the server, choose whatever you want, and insert a stream key right here. Where you can get a stream key, I'm going to show you in the next lecture where we're going to go and show the YouTube side of the screen. Or get a stream key when you can press this one, and it will log you in to your screen and just get you there. But just ignore that. Just know that you can get a stream key. I'm going to show you how you can get a stream key from here. Do not show your stream key to anyone. If someone will see your stream key, they will be able to stream to your YouTube channel. This is exact only thing that prevents other people to stream to your YouTube channel. It doesn't matter they have a login or not. They can stream directly to a YouTube channel. So don't show this to anyone. I'm not even showing this to you. So just know that. And just to give you a very basic output settings as well, you're going to go press output, go to the simple as a beginner, go to the simple video bitrate, choose something between 2500 to 5000. Don't go over the 5000. And this is a kilobits per second, and it should be capped according to your internet upload rate. Whatever internet upload rate is, do not go over than 70% of it. And just put the number like that, and don't go over 5000 kilobits per second. Remember, this is the kilobits per second, not the megabits. As an encoder, choose whatever encoder is the best for you. If you have an NVIDIA video card, choose NVENC. If you have like AMD video card, it will show you like AMD setting. And if you don't have any of those, or if you don't want to use a video card as an encoder, go use it with the software. That's X264. And yeah, this will be it for the streaming audio bitrate. Like, don't go more than 160. You don't need this. You can go and enable advanced stream recorder settings if you want like quality or performance, etc. But just don't play with it too much as a first, unless you're doing a gaming live stream. If you're doing gaming live stream, you'll require probably separate course for the streaming, which I do have actually about OBS. So just a very bad plug there. And for the video, go to the video right here and choose the resolution of your video. Base and output resolution is that base is whatever resolution that you have, meaning that what will be your resolution of this screen on the background, the black screen, and output resolution will be the resolution of the stream itself, meaning that the video stream. And here you can choose a frame rate as well. Don't go over 30 if you're beginning, and downscaling filter, just ignore this for the beginner. So this will be all the settings that you need to get about OBS. It's the things, it's a very essentials and a very basic things. And when you get the stream key that we're gonna get in the next lecture, because it requires a separate lecture, you're gonna just press start streaming right here, and you can go live as easy and as quick as that. It's a very simple and very straightforward. I hope that you see this everything right here, because my mouse cursor is not working while I'm capturing only the window. But just if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. This is not a YouTube video where you just consume the content. This is a course and lecture where we are communicating with each other to get answers that we need. So this will be it for this lecture, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Let's talk about actually going live from the YouTube side, meaning that whatever you do on an OBS side, it needs to get through somewhere, right? It comes to the YouTube, and now you need to package your stream and show it to your viewers. So in order to get to the live stream, you need to go right here and press create, and then go live. It was different in the past, but now it is different as well. So what you need to do right here is to create a live stream itself. You can manage the stream if you want, schedule the streams, but what I use is go to the stream tab right here, press stream tab right here. At the moment of the recording of this lecture, I see the classic streaming right here. But in the very, very near future, and for you it might be even right now, you will be seeing this classic streaming going, meaning that it was a different interface altogether. So here we're gonna learn all about the new interface. So when you go live, you want this screen, like this screen, to be showing that you are live here or not. So first thing that we're gonna set up is actually whatever our viewer will be able to see. You're gonna press edit right here. And when you press edit right here, you can set up your live stream, meaning that you can set up the name of your live right here, the privacy of your live visibility, whether it's a public, whether it's unlisted, or whether it's a private. You're gonna set up all this like description right here. You're gonna set up whatever the category of your live streaming is. You're gonna change the thumbnail, whether you're gonna set up whether it's audience restricted or not, age restricted or not, and you're gonna press save. And basically your live is ready for the video side, but you're gonna of course need to set up a technical side. And here where our stream key comes right here. You have a few different options for the stream key, and you're gonna press select stream key right here. You can create a new stream key and stream with the different stream keys for the different live streams. I don't know why you would want to use this, but you can. For example, if you want to give other people an ability to live stream to your channel, you can create a new stream key, give them a stream key. You can press a manage if you want. Give them that stream key, and it will be a one-time stream key. And when they go live, when they finish live, you will just delete the stream key, and they will not be able to go to live to your channel. That's why you will need a new stream key and change the different stream key. Otherwise, you can use a default stream key. For example, I use only one stream key because I'm not allowing other people to go live on my channel. And for that reason, the stream key is right here. It is covered. And all you need to do is just press copy right here and copy it into your OBS, the place where I showed it to you where you need to place it. When you place it, that means that it will be able to go live right here. This is the stream URL. You don't need to bother with those ones, and the backup server URL. You don't need to bother with this one. What you need to bother is with this one right here, and this is stream latency. It has 3 latencies at the moment, and shows you exactly what these latencies are: normal, low, and ultra low. And you want the normal latency. If you want, I'm gonna read it for you. Best for the highest quality viewer playbacks and higher resolutions, meaning that the stream takes its time to encode and shows you the best possible live quality for your viewers. This is made where the very quick user interactions are not important. For example, lectures. You don't need to have literal conversations. You have lectures. People can write their questions there, and when you'll get to the questions, you'll just answer them. That's it. You don't need to have very, very quick interactions. Like latency between the stream and the live, meaning that between when it's happening and between when it shows you on the screen, maybe somewhere between 10 to 20 seconds. Sometimes more, but I doubt it will be less than 10 seconds. Low latency is very good quality, and very low latency, meaning that you are down to around 5 to 10 seconds. Meaning that it's practically live and you're not losing practically any quality. It's going to be worse looking than normal latency, but it's going to be quicker. So if you want a bit quicker interactions, but you don't want to lose the quality, you're going to lose the low latency. Ultra low latency is near real-time interactions. You're going to have only a few seconds, 5 seconds or less latency. Again, it depends on your configuration, how it will go, but I'm telling you just coming from my experience. Around 5 seconds of latency, which is great for example, maybe gaming live streams where you want the people's interactions, where you do something like Twitch Plays Pokemon. If you don't know what Twitch Plays Pokemon is where viewers are actually playing the games, not the streamer, and with the chat commands. So if you want something like that, it will be ultra low latency will be for you like that. So use depending on what do you stream. Now, additional settings. Enable DVR. DVR is basically meaning that people can scroll back and forth on a live video, meaning that they can scroll, I think, up to 4 hours, if I'm not wrong, of the live stream, meaning that they can play back, they can rewind the stream if they want to do this while the video is live. If you turn this off, people will not be able to rewind the stream and they can only watch the live interactions, whatever you show live, they can only watch this. 360 video, well, you know what 360 video is, spherical video, you don't need this. Added delay, maybe for some reason you want to have a delay. Maybe for some reason, depending on what you do. I don't know, I never needed this, but if you want, you can add 30 to 60 seconds delay, meaning that when you live stream, in addition to the stream latency, it's going to add some 30 seconds or 60 seconds. I don't think that it will add the numbers right here, but it will give you 30-second latency, so you know exactly that your live stream is back on 30 seconds, or you know exactly that the live stream is back with 60 seconds. I would never use that. If I wanted to have a delay, I will add a delay into my OBS itself that you can do. But here, I don't know, maybe you want to use it. Closed captions is you can actually post the captions. I don't know how it can be useful in YouTube Live, but you can actually do this. And you can write unlist the live replay once the stream ends, meaning that if you don't select this, your replay of your live stream will go public immediately as soon as it's done buffering, meaning that it will need to transform it into the video. It will be done right away. On the right-hand side, you have your chat. This is where you interact with your viewers and you see your screen, how people talk. You want to have this open all the time, to be fair, while you're live. Not just go live and just ignore this. You need to have this open. You can do different things like how show participants, toggle timestamps, or pop-out chat. You need a pop-out chat if you want to have a window where only chat is there. Maybe you don't want any of this to be seen right here, but it's okay if you want to do this with this one, or if you want to do this separately. Another tab that you have on a live is analytics. You don't see it here because we are not live. You can see the concurrent viewers, how many people are actually watching you. You will see the chat rate, meaning how many messages are just being speed of the messages are coming here. Playbacks, the total number of the times when it has been loaded, including the page refreshes. Change in the camera angle, the number does not increase when viewers switches resolution. This gives you just exact number. And average watch time is the total time all users have spent watching this broadcast divided in total numbers of playbacks. So some of the views, some of the numbers will not be live, so just know that. And here is stream health. This is the number that you want to see because this is the number that will give you a stream health. And you know what I will do right now? I'm gonna show you exactly the live how I do this and show you my private live stream. So I'm gonna just copy my stream key right here. I'm gonna open OBS once again, and I'm gonna show you just how it's done live. I'm going to show you now my OBS screen. You know what? No, I'm not gonna show you my OBS screen. I'm gonna show you my actual screen. Right now, just like that. I'm gonna go to the settings. Sorry for the activate windows again. I'm gonna go to the stream. I'm gonna go to the YouTube. I'm gonna go and select all this and Control V. I just pasted it. Apply. Okay. And what I want is I want to have a color source just to be able to see. And I want to go and start streaming. And as you can see, stream is live right here. I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna open the window. And as you can see, it shows me the stream is live. It shows me the stream is live, and this is the live stream that you can see. You can stream settings, and you can see everything right here, like concurrent viewers, chat rate, because nobody's watching this, of course. It's not gonna show you. You can chat rate and playbacks if you want. You're gonna see an analytics right here, which is incredibly useful for you. It shows me concurrent viewers of 1 because it's me watching the live stream from here. It will show me this one as well. And it's going to show you stream health, and it shows you an excellent, meaning that stream health is going fine, meaning that it has a constant connection to the OBS itself, and it shows me everything is simply fine. I'm going to hide this one. I'm going to show it like that. Everything is simply fine, and everything is going simply great. So again, the analytics, everything is done right here. Stream is healthy. And if it will have some problems, it will see that, okay, we have some problems. You need to work on this and something like that. And yeah, you're going to need to work on this, of course. You have a create highlight video, basically a clip here. You can add an ad stream marker for yourself just in the future. And you're going to press share, and you're going to go to the live stream settings if you want to add some additional settings. There's not much here, to be fair. And you can just go and turn on the monetization if you want, like not monetization, if you want to show that says paid promotion, you can have this turned on. And I'm gonna press discard changes, and if I want to end stream without ending it from the OBS itself, I'm gonna press end stream right here, and yes, ended. And yeah, congratulations, next time we go live, we'll go, yeah, etc, etc. Then dismiss. And that's all that I want to have. It's extremely simple thing to do. Oh, and one more thing, I think I forgot to make it unlisted. Well, this will be it for the going live, and yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next lecture where I'm gonna give you some basics on what scenes and sources you need to create for our next live stream. So see you there. Let's talk about the essential streaming settings that you want to have for your live stream. Let me just resize my screen just for you to be able to see more of our OBS. So there are few kind of etiquette, kind of like things that you can do for your live stream in order to make it look better and more pleasant for viewers. And it was implemented more from the gaming side of the YouTube and Twitch, but it can be applied for practically any type of live stream that you want to create. And here are just some basic things that you want or you need to create in order to have a good live streaming setup. So let's say that you are live streaming some content. It doesn't matter what content you're live streaming. The basic things that you need to have, the first thing that you need to have is to have a stream starting screen. Ignore my transition. It's not going to be very essential. What you need to do is to have stream starting screen. This is an example of the stream starting. You don't have to do it exactly like this is, but you need to have something like that, meaning that shows you the information that the stream is starting. You can have a timer if you want. If you want, this is not necessary because having a 5-minute timer actually repels a lot of people. This is the 5-minute timer that I use for myself. Usually I start streaming when the timer is near the end, like when 1 minute or less. It will show you the basic information about the stream. I have a video on the background which is looping. You can have a simple picture that you want and turn on some very quiet music. Just turn on your computer and just play it however you want. It's a very simple thing to have. Like play it on your computer on the background for yourself. Viewers will be able to hear this. Just unmute this one right here, and people will gonna be able to hear it. Very, very basic thing. So stream starting is important just to let you know, your viewers, when they jump into your streams, they understand, okay, stream is actually starting. You didn't miss anything, and it's actually going to be live very soon. You can add a chat if you want to be shown on the screen for the people to just let themselves being able to be seen by everyone. They can chat, and now their message will be saved forever in the video, which is very, very great thing for a lot of people, and just people are just enjoying to see things like that, and it just encourages engagement and just gives your live stream a bit more value for itself. Next thing that you need to create is intermission or just chatting screen. This is when you are, you need this one when you are focusing on literal communications with your chat, with your viewers, and not on the content itself. But this is made for communication, like answering the questions, not showing a lot of this is the things when your face is more important than things that you show. Here I have the similar background as you can see in the video. Again, you can have it just a photo. I have a photo frame. Again, you don't even need that. But you need to have your video inside of this frame. This just to show you that this is where your video is, just chatting, or you can say question time or whatever you want to call it, you can call it, and you can have even chat right here. Just try to face the chat this way on your video. It would be like more natural. Don't face outwards because it's very unnatural, and to be fair, it is kind of like some subconsciously unpleasant for the viewers. When you're facing the chat, people will feel like you're reading the chat and answering the questions. You can display any additional information that you have here, or alternatively, you can just have an entire screen, fill your face, and just write a different text on your face if you want. Not on your face, like meaning on your camera source, whatever you want. Next is if you do, like for me, like it's a game screen. For you, it may be a presentation screen, whatever you want. Just have a video. If you want your video to be shown, like have a separate corner frame for yourself. And other than that, it will be fully filled with your content itself. Don't forget, this is the main content consumption place where you either play or show different things. There's not a lot required here because whatever you do on the screen, it will be visible right here. Next is, if you do a longer form of streams, have a be right back stream, because maybe you want to have a break, maybe you want a bathroom break, maybe you want to bring something and show it like that. You don't want to leave the video on and just have an empty seat for yourself. Just turn this on, and when people are going to tuning in, or whomever was already tuned in, they will know that, okay, he'll be back soon. Just go and just don't leave the screen more than a few minutes long, because it's not like that. And just, you're a human being. Maybe you're streaming for 7 hours, I don't know, and you want to have some lunch and bring some food. Or maybe you want to eat while the stream is live. Don't worry, just have the screen always all for yourself. And the last but not least is stream ending screen. Just to let people know who are tuning in or who are tuning in, the stream is actually ending, and there will be no longer any new content coming into the stream. And just, yeah, you can just turn it off now. That's what does it mean? You will not just abruptly turn it off. People will go, what the hell happened? People will feel like, okay, maybe his stream is off. Maybe he'll be back soon. With this screen, they will know that, okay, stream is over and we need to go now. We need to go back to our jobs, or maybe to go to the other content. These are just a few things that will make your live streaming game on YouTube a bit more pleasant for your viewers and a bit more professional for yourself. Well, this will be it for the live streaming etiquette, and I'm going to see you in the next lecture. Let's talk about the second element of the loop, and it is impressions. It is arguably the most difficult element of the loop to control, alongside probably with an algorithm, but we're going to talk about this in this lecture just in a few minutes. So what are impressions? So by this moment, you probably already know what is impressions, but the impressions are actually when someone sees your video on their feed, timeline, or just on YouTube. So these are impressions. Let's just go through the impressions and its role in a growth cycle. And yeah, let's discuss it in a deeper way. So as I said, impressions are first audience interaction with your video. I probably should have added with your video. It's the first time when our potential viewer will actually see the video. There are a lot of impressions that can be get with your video, but impressions will transform into views when person actually will like the impression and go and click the video itself. And it is very difficult to control, but it is the first in audience interaction with your video. And title and thumbnail are only things that are visible for impressions, nothing else. So you don't see the video. Maybe you have a video preview playing because in the later situations of the YouTube, you have video preview playing. But yeah, in the majority of the cases, these are the only two things that people can see in their impressions. There is nothing else individual can see there. And all impressions have their source. So you need to learn about the impression sources as well. Where are you getting those impressions from? Is it from search? Is it from suggested? Is it from recommended? You probably already know what these are. If you don't, well, you will probably. And you need to pay very close attention where these sources are and where those impressions are coming from. Because depending on the timing, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, depending on the timing, different impressions can come from different sources. For example, at one moment, your search may skyrocket because people are actually looking for it. And for that reason, there's a growth cycle, the loop or algorithm, however you want to call it, will show your video more and you'll get more impressions. And for that reason, if your CTR will be good, your CTR meaning the click-through rate, meaning that ratio between how many impressions are seeing and how many impressions are transformed into views, if your CTR is high enough, you are going to get more views as well. And depending on how people's interests change in time, you might get your video impressions in recommended, higher number in recommended, because people have changing interests. And depending on what other videos people are watching, your views, your impressions might come from the suggested as well. So it constantly changes and constantly in flux depending on the viewer behavior as a whole on an entire YouTube. Number 4 that we're going to talk about is that you don't have direct control over it. This is probably the least controllable feature in the loop, alongside an learning algorithm as well. You cannot control it. This is basically like a force of nature where you need to learn to avoid it or use it, or however you want to use it for your own benefit. This is extremely important that you don't have a direct control over it, and people are just, oh, how can I get more impressions? How can I get impressions? In order to get more impressions, you need to get, first, more videos, and you need to get more interactions with your videos. It's very counterproductive, right? In order to get more impressions, you need to get more impressions. So it's very difficult to control because it's a very self-fulfilling loop with an impressions, and it's very difficult to control, and you need to forget about trying to control it. Just make videos and make them good and focus on other parts, and impressions will grow as well, because impressions are closely tied to the every other part of the loop and feeds from every other part of the loop. Impressions are probably the only elements that, not only element, but the most hungry element that feeds from everything else, because more views you get, more impressions you'll get. More watch time you get from your views, more impressions you'll get. More subscribers you get, more impressions you'll get. More videos you'll do, more impressions you'll get. More impressions you'll get, more impressions you'll get. So that's how weird impressions are acting. And despite that, subscribers and algorithm are the main feeders of impressions as well, like for the videos, because impressions are and videos are probably very closely tied to each other, and they are practically the same, like different sides of the same coin. It's very difficult to explain, but let's think of them as separate things, but very closely related to things. I mean, the impressions and videos. And subscribers and algorithms are main feeders, because your subscribers will be the first people who will see your video, meaning that they will be the first to get impressions from your videos. And for that reason, they will be your main feeders for impressions. And algorithm is the second one, because when people are searching for it, the algorithm decides what impression to show higher or lower, and this as well for the recommended, depending on how people's behavior will change. The algorithm is learning from the other people, and when behavior will change, algorithm will decide to show your video in impressions. And for the same reason, for the suggested, when people are watching a different type of videos, algorithm will have to decide whether that other video is similar to yours, and show your video as well and suggested, etc., etc. And timing is another factor as well, because timing is not a part of the loop. Still, timing is the deciding factor, because the timing is deciding factor for all elements of the loop. And for that reason, again, it's closely tied to the algorithm, because viewers' interests change with time. People will search different things in time, and people will watch different videos in time. And for that reason, timing is important as well. Just take a look at where the growth impressions are in the growth cycle. It's right here. And again, it feeds from every single element, and every single element feed into impressions. That's why it's in the middle. It's practically have connection. Every single one of them has the connections with every other part. Of course, maybe views has different connection to the videos, but still, it's like circle. It's drawn pretty bad, like I did in PowerPoint. But you can see that it goes like this, then comes back, then comes back, then comes back, and just goes like this infinitely. And impressions is in the middle of this. You want to get more impressions. And really enough, this is the only thing alongside with an algorithm that you cannot directly control. Just pay close attention and watch how your impressions will grow, and it will grow in time, of course, because you're gonna get more views, more subscribers, and impressions will increase. And just, I don't know, probably the best thing that you can do in order to increase impressions, make more videos. In the next lecture, we're gonna talk about the next element of the growth cycle, which is views. See you there. We got to the important part of the YouTube growth cycle, and it are the views. So views are probably the most important thing that you want to drive towards your videos, and more views you have, more your YouTube channel grows, right? Well, yes, kinda and kinda not, because views are just the part of the cycle, but probably because one of the most important parts of the cycle, despite what people will be saying this. And let's just talk about the views. So what are actually the views? Just to have a really detailed, general understanding. Not detailed, but general understanding. So what are views, in fact? Views are transformed impressions. So view is an action taken towards impression. So this is, if impression was the first actual introduction to your content to the viewer, the view is first action taken towards your content. So again, first your action is creation of the video, your introduction of that video is an impression, and the view is action of the viewer taken towards an impression. It is the first action, and that's why it is very, very important. So this is the first indicator that someone might be interested in your videos. And for that reason, let's talk about the fact number 2 is titles and thumbnails are only things that drive views. Nothing else. Only these 2 things. Weird, right? You might think, oh, you need to have a good video in order to have views. Oh, you need to have a good editing. You need to have like very good personality, etc., etc. No, literally, titles and thumbnails are only things that drive views. Because what is the view? Again, let's remember just a few minutes ago. View is transformed impressions. So when impression gets a click, it becomes the view. That's it. Not when the good video is getting a click. No, literally just impression that gets a click. And the ratio between impressions and views are called click-through rate. So doesn't it matter if the video is good or not? Actually, no. You might have the most crappiest video ever and the worst quality of the video ever, and nobody will blink an eye because the view, you will still get view if you get good titles and thumbnails. If you have a crappy video, people will not watch it till the end, or people might not watch it only after a few seconds, but it will still count as a view. And again, the question was, why would I want someone to watch for 1 second? Well, if people will not watch even for a single second, they will not transform into watch time, they will not transform into subscribers, etc., etc. So you need that. You need at least 1 second of their attention, and they are giving you that with their view. So for that reason, view is important. And only views generate watch time. That's it. Only views generate watch time. As I said, that every part of the loop is connected to every other part, but only views can generate the watch time. There is no other way to generate the watch time. The same as videos. If there is no video, there is no loop. And if there are no views, there is no continuation of loop. There is no loop as well. You start from the video, you go to impressions, you go to the view, and the view doesn't exist, there is no watch time. If the view doesn't exist, if the watch time doesn't exist, there is no subscribers. If there is no subscribers, then there are no views, no subscribers, there are no new impressions. There probably are some new impressions. It can be because YouTube might still give you a chance, depending on about what the content is, but it will be drastically lower than with the videos that you get that has some views. So watch time cannot be generated unless there are views. Remember that. For that reason, I said that views are extremely important, because views are the first interaction. Watch time is the continued interaction. For that reason, you need to focus on views first, then on the continued interaction. You need to focus on titles and thumbnails first, then you need to focus on the video itself. That's how it goes. Then, you do have direct control over it, unlike the impressions. Well, sort of. You don't have like absolute control over it, but still you have a direct control over it. Good titles and thumbnails are fully under your control, and they become good in time if they are bad, because they become better in time, meaning that your titles and thumbnails, more titles and thumbnails that you do, the better they become. You don't have to make new videos in order to make new titles and thumbnails. You might experiment and A/B test with different titles and different thumbnails for your video and see how they are transformed, because YouTube will continue to generate impressions for the video if the video is getting at least any views, and you will see whether the different titles and thumbnails generate higher click-through rate, which transforms into the views. So you do have direct control over it. You might not have an absolute control over it, but you do have direct control over it. And the last but not least is that every element in the loop drives the views. Every element drives the views, because views are the first indicators of an interaction, and they are the most important, because without it, there is nothing else. And when YouTube algorithm learns that you get views, it understands that, okay, there's something about this video. It understands that at least titles and thumbnails are good enough. And then when we're going to talk about the watch time, it's learned from the watch time, and we'll learn from the subscribers, etc., etc. But views are very, very important. Where are views? Views are right here. And every single part, if you have more videos, you probably get more views. If you have more impressions, you probably get more views. If you have more watch time, algorithm learns it and gives you more views. If you have more subscribers, you definitely have more views. And if algorithm is learning more information from you, meaning that you have more views, algorithm is learning, you have more watch time, algorithm is learning from everything else. It grants you more impressions and you get more views. That's how algorithm actually works in this case. It's the most different part of the bunch, but still it is driving you some views. So know that. The main takeaway from this is that views are the first interaction with your content. Not first introduction, but first interaction. And for that reason, they are very important. And you need, in order to get more views, you need to get better titles and thumbnails. So in the next lecture, we're going to talk about watch time, and I'm going to see you there. Let's talk about YouTube numbers. The numbers that so many YouTubers and YouTube viewers just love to talk about, and the numbers that are actually very, very arbitrary in 90% of the cases are useless. But because many of you think that they are important, let's just talk about this. Let's just talk about your first 100 subscribers. Now, we're not going to talk, of course, about how to get your first 100 subscribers, because every single channel that is talking about this is, well, not telling the entire picture. It's they're telling how they got their first 100 subscribers. But there are some things that you can do that works for every single channel. And we're going to talk about this period of the channel that is sub 100 subscribers, meaning that this is the period of the channel of infancy. Like this is just not just infancy. This is the before birth of the channel. It's channel in the womb. So working for our first 100 subscribers is completely different experience compared to anything that comes after, because it is a different period of time for your channel, completely different period of channel. And for the people who don't understand that, when you get your first 100 subscribers, it is changing. It changes you. Not the number itself, but the period of time that is from 0 to 100 subscribers. When it goes away, you are a completely different person. You understand completely different things. You see your channel in a completely different manner, and it becomes way easier to get subscribers from 100 subscribers onwards. Just to give you a heads up, before we're gonna go to the 1,000 subscriber lecture, it takes exactly the same amount of time, or more or less, to get your first 100 subscribers as it gets from 100 to 1,000, and as it gets from 1,000 to 10,000. It takes exactly, in most of the cases, the same amount of time. So whatever time you'll spend on your first 100 subscribers, most likely you're going to spend the same amount of time for first 1,000 subscribers and the same amount of time for first 10,000 subscribers. Does it sound very bad? Well, if you will be patient enough, you'll see that you probably can get to the 1,000,000 subscribers in a very short amount of time. And you're going to spend a quarter of the time, not a quarter, but maybe 1/5 of the time, 20% of that time just to get the first 100 subscribers. And it is completely normal. Don't think that you are going to have increased your subscribers in a concentrate from the 0 to, 1 million. It increases the speed. And for that reason, first 100 subscribers is the slowest. It's very, very slow. And you have to be ready for that. And let's just talk about a few facts about the period of time that is your first 100 subscribers, just to give you an understanding what it's like to be. But I feel like the majority of you already knows this, but doesn't understand whether it's right or not. So let's just talk about this. So you should look at this as a period of the channel, not the goal. Your first 100 subscribers, the 100 subscriber mark, is not the goal that you want to hit. Oh, well, it is the goal that you want to hit, but look at this as a period of the channel. Time in the channel's history, the womb period, the time where it's period of experimentation and commitment. If you can endure through this most difficult period of the channel, you will most likely endure through the rest of it. And contrary to the belief, the more you spend on this period, more time it will take to get you 100 subscribers, you will most likely be successful. More likely there is that you will be successful, because if you can get through this, if you can get through the slowest period of the channel's history, the most difficult period of the channel's history, there is a very high chance that you will reach higher success. Because more than half of all the channels on YouTube, I mean the ones that actually created some videos, more than half of all the channels are below 10 subscribers, not just 100, below 10 subscribers. Probably around 60% are below 100 subscribers. So just know that you are not very special at that moment, but when you will reach over the 100 subscribers, that means you're better than half of the YouTube. That's how important your first 100 subscribers is. And look at this as a period of the channel, the time in a history of the channel, not the goal that you want to reach as quick as possible. It's not about timing. It's about experimentation, and it's about commitment. This is the time when you learn, not when you scale. Scaling in this case means that you're not promoting your channel at this point. You're not trying to get as many people as possible to this channel, because again, remember, this is the period of experimentation. You are working to get your channel, to give your channel a look at the channel, because at this moment your channel does not look like a channel. It looks like, I don't know, anything else. It looks like I don't know, your video library or something like that. It does not look like a channel. It is not a channel, because below 100 subscribers, you most likely have just a few videos. A few videos does not make a channel. A few videos just make a few videos. It's not a channel. You want to call it whatever you want, but it's not a channel. It's not subscribable. Remember, if you want to be a channel, you need to look like a channel, and you, most likely below 100 subscribers, you don't look like one. And as you upload more videos, your channel will start to look like one. Now, this is the time where we go to the action. This is the time where this is the advice that is actionable. Collect portfolio of videos. This is the time when you create at least 20 videos. And you'll ask, what? You want me to create 20 videos for the less than 100 subscribers? Are you insane? If it will take 100 videos, you should make 100 videos. There are YouTubers, the bigger YouTubers, like MKBHD or the other ones, that created hundreds of videos before they get hundreds of subscribers. And yet look at them now. Because remember, this is the period of experimentation, commitment. Commitment is the main word here. And if you don't have the portfolio of videos, I mean, if you don't have at least 20 videos on your channel, you are not the channel. You're not the channel. You're just a collection of videos. Maybe at least 10 videos, but 20 videos is the minimum that you should strive for. 100 videos will be even better. Just be subscribable channel. You're not subscribable below 100 subscribers, because remember, this is the period of time, not the goal. If you have 100 videos, most likely you will have 100 subscribers already. So your subscribers will scale with your videos. Remember, the growth circle, you need to have videos. You need to have videos in order to start growing on your channel. And without a portfolio of videos, you will just won't make it. Ask people to subscribe in every video. Imagine you have 100 videos, and in every single video you ask people to subscribe, and in every video just one people subscribed. Boom, you have 100 subscribers. You need to ask guests to subscribe, not beg for them. Oh, please subscribe. Oh, my goal is to reach 27 subscribers by tomorrow. Please, no, not like that. Just give them a suggestion. Okay, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this one. Say this in every single video. Maybe in the beginning and 100% in the end. Sometimes in the beginning and 100% in the end. People usually forget that they can subscribe, just to remind them. Because people are just sitting on their couches or on their chairs in the office. They're just browsing, enjoying themselves, enjoying themselves, enjoying their time, and they're not there in the mood, not there for subscribing to the different channels. They're just to spend their time, have a good time, and they like your video. Oh, this channel looks cool. But they will just move on after your video, because they will just be or inspired to watch the other videos, something like that. Not your videos, just the videos. They don't care about your videos. They care about the videos only. Ask them. Say, okay, hit the subscribe button. Oh, they say, oh, yeah, that's right. Let's subscribe to this guy. And they will subscribe. Remind them. This is very important. People are forgetting this. Remind them. Now, experiment, and maybe 1,000 times experiment. This is the best time to experiment. What do I mean? Remember when we talked about the channel niches in one of the previous lectures? This is the time when you can experiment. You like a few different topics or a few different niches, create the videos for the different topics. Nobody would care. Nobody would care if you would create the channel topics for the different niches. Some people might subscribe for one niche and some people won't subscribe for another one. But you'll see what works for you. what videos you make the best, and what videos is giving you the highest pleasure to make. Remember, this is the period of you. Below 100 subscribers is all about you, not about the viewers, not about subscribers. This is all about you. Create whatever you want. Create however you want. Experiment with the styles. Experiment with your length. Experiment with an editing. Experiment with the recording. Experiment with the topic. Experiment with everything, with speech, non-speech, your face cam, without face cam, everything that you want. Experiment and find out the best thing that works for you. This is the only time probably when you can do this freely. After 100 subscribers, more subscribers you get, it becomes more difficult and difficult, because there are certain people who are subscribing for the certain types of videos, and when they don't see this type of videos, they either unsubscribe or they don't watch your videos. For that reason, you see some of the channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers but only a few thousand views, because they don't make the videos anymore that was interesting for the people that subscribe for this certain amount of content. Not just that, but the interest changes as well. So you cannot control the interest, but you can control the niche and you can experiment. So here you can do freely. Experiment with everything that you want. And the most importantly, do not rush it. Don't try to go through this period as quick as possible, because remember the number 5? This is the best period for experiment. You don't want to go through this as quick as possible, because you will not get this time back again. You will not become a channel with less than 100 subscribers again. This is the best period to experiment with your channel. Remember, your first 100 subscribers are hardest to get. Just be patient. Patience is a thing that we lack with the first 100 subscribers. You need to be patient. It's not being built in one day. No city have been built in one day, and no YouTube channel needs to be built in one day. You are building a city. Just look at this as building an entire of the city. You're building buildings. You're building connections between these buildings. You are building different things. You're building fun. You are building entertainment. You are building education. You are building information. Whatever you're building on the channel, and you need a population to populate your city. If you don't have enough buildings, there's not enough people to come to your channel. Buildings, i.e. videos. If you don't ask people to subscribe, they will not become the residents of your city channel. If you don't refer people to your other videos, there will be no connection between your videos, i.e. the roads where people can go to. If you don't build a playlist, there will not be a connection of the certain videos to each other, i.e. the neighborhoods. Look at this as building a city. The bigger city you have, more people it can accommodate. And your videos are practically the buildings. Build the city. That's how you need to look at this. Your 100 subscribers are the hardest to get. They will always be first 100 subscribers, no matter what period of time you're watching this or watch this in the past. It is the hardest to get. No matter the channel niche, no matter how good you are, it's always hardest to get. Endure through this. Commit to this. And you're going to reach the success on YouTube. Well, this will be it for this one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's now talk about your first 1,000 subscribers. So let's say that you already reached your first 100 subscribers. Congratulations. Now you'll need to know what it's like to be a YouTube channel with subscriber number from 100 to 1,000, because it usually is a completely different period of the YouTube channel and the period of its own. Remember, we look at the numbers as a period of the channel, as a period on the history of the channel, not the goals. When you reach 1,000 subscribers, your priorities must shift in a different direction. And when you reach 100 subscribers, it must be shifted in a different direction. So remember everything we told about reaching 100 subscribers. Now, so 100 to 1,000 subscribers is a period of the channel which defines the future of the channel. Remember, in the first 100 subscribers, we were experimenting, doing different things, finding out what works, what doesn't work. with channel from 100 to 1000 subscribers, we are working more on establishment, on doubling down on whatever worked with our first 100 subscribers and doing it even more. That's what it is, because this defines the future of the channel. It doesn't mean you cannot experiment. You still can experiment from 100 to 1000 subscribers. You can experiment even beyond that, but at this time, you need to slow it down quite a bit. So let's talk about the things that you can do and what will happen with this period. So niche should be established by now. As we said, slow down with an experiments by now. And that means that you already chose the topic of the channel. You feel comfortable with the topic of the channel. If you are over 100 subscribers, I'm pretty sure you've been doing this for quite a while now. It might be a month. It might be a year. It doesn't matter. You've been doing this for quite a while and you understand your niche, more or less. You understand what people can watch, and you can now work on the niche, on establishing a niche even more and even deeper, which is very important for the further growth of the channel. Extremely important. With 100 minus, you can do however amount of niches that you want. With 100 plus, you can only work with very closely related niches. If you were in a very specific niche in 100 minus and it worked from the very beginning, very good. But still, you could do experiments for 100 minus. Here, you need to slow down with experiments. Okay, let me explain what I mean by slow down, because some people want really specific numbers. So if you were experimenting, let's say, with subscribers less than 100, with let's say 5 different niches, here you need to work on probably only 2. What do I mean by that? You either take 2 different topics that are somehow related to each other and do videos in succession. For example, if you're doing 2 videos a week, one video should be on one niche and second video on the second niche. Or if you're feeling that one niche is very good, works very good for your channel, and you feel that you want more of the other niche as well and you don't want to abandon it completely, do a 20% rule in this case. Do 4 videos on the niche that works for you and 1 video in a different niche to experiment. So that's how you need to go with it. Next, double down on both quantity and quality. This is the time to go crazy. It is extremely difficult time. From 100 to 1000 is a time to scale. If it wasn't the scale from 0 to 100, now it is the time, because you know your niche now. You know what videos work, more or less, not 100%. You know what videos get views, more or less. I don't mean thousands of views, at least few dozen views will work. And now you need to double down both on quality of the video and the quantity of the video. That means that you need to make more videos and you need to make better videos. This is extremely difficult. Yes, it is extremely difficult. One thing that I can say is that quality usually comes unconsciously and quantity comes consciously, because more videos you do, more efficient you are becoming in making the videos. And when you reach your critical number of the videos, then you focus more on quality. So it doesn't mean that if you're creating 2 videos per week, you need to double down and make 4 videos per week. No, try with the 3 videos per week. Do it for some time and you will feel like you're doing 3 videos per week. It might be a bit worse quality than it were 2 videos. Then it will be on par of the quality, and then the quality will improve. You feel like your videos are doing great. You are spending the same amount of time as you were doing with 2 videos, maybe even less. Make the videos even more. You need to double down, because 100 to 1000 subscribers is the point where you need to grow as quick as possible. Not to 0 to 100. 100 to 1000. You need to go as quickly as possible, because you're already establishing yourself as a niche, and you don't need to wait and you don't need to work on commitments, because you're already committed. You already know what you need to do. You already either like it or you hate it and you abandon it. So you need to double down both on quantity and quality. Don't worry, you can't slow down afterwards. You will slow down afterwards, trust me. You will 100% slow down. But you need to try to push yourself to the max at this level. Maybe your max is 1 video per week. It's okay, but it should be the max. Next, start promoting your channel. Now it's time to promote. 0 to 100 was not time to promote. 100 to 1,000 is time to promote. You can start working on promotion of the channel as much as you can. At the moment of the recording of this lecture, this lecture for the version 1.5 of the course, I don't have any lectures on promotion. And I don't have a section for the promotion. It is coming. I think it will be for the version 1.6 or a bit later. But you need to work on promotion. It can be different ways. It can be promoting to your friends, word of mouth. It can be asking your friends to promote your videos, share your videos on Facebook or social media, whatever it is. It can be about promoting your videos on the social media. Like promote your videos on Facebook. You can promote your videos on Instagram. You can promote your videos on any other social media that you want. You can promote videos on Reddit or the similar forums, which is very beneficial and very, very great. You can promote your videos in any other places where you can create following, or if you have an email list, you can promote to the email list, depending on what you do. Just try to find the places where you can promote it without spamming it. I suggest you to go with the places like Quora, maybe, if you're doing an educational content, and like a bunch of different places where just help the people with your content. If your content is helpful, promote your content on places where it can be helpful for people. Don't worry, we're gonna create an entire section if it's not already created while you're watching this lecture. So yeah, we're gonna talk more about the promotion of the channel in the future. Now, let's go with the start creating the community. The H is capital as well. Sorry about that. So yeah, start creating the community. Important thing, because now you have enough people following you, at least a few, and you need to get these people to follow you in the different places than YouTube. It can be a Facebook group for your channel. It can be a Discord service. It can be an Instagram or any other place where you can gather and discuss different things. They can ask you questions directly. They can get a direct access to you, or the place where you can just put your videos and they will go and watch the videos. Start creating the community. It's important, extremely important to do this at this level, because at the higher levels, it will be a bit more difficult to manage. What do I mean by that? So if you create the communities right now, from 100 to 1,000 subscribers, you will most likely have around maybe 10 to 50 people who are really engaged with your content. It is far easier to control 10 to 50 people in these groups, in these communities, than it will be afterwards when you'll have 1,000 plus subscribers, where you'll have hundreds of people following you and wanting your attention, etc., etc. Here, people will be far easier to control. I mean, in the case that it will be far easier to communicate with them. It's far easier will be to comment on different things. It will be far easier to be the part of the community. Because when it grows, when you start later, it's very difficult. It's a chaos there. It's a chaos, and it will be very difficult to control. So I highly suggest you to start doing it right now, because you will learn how to create a community at this level and how you will be able to control it. So start it right now. And the last for the YouTube, the 100 to 1,000 will be start learning analytics, because this is the time to learn analytics now. From 0 to 100, you literally had no reason to check analytics, just only for the vanity metrics and just see how you are doing, which was literally not giving you any real information about what it was going. Yes, it was giving you more or less information about the niches, more or less about the videos that is being watched, but not a big picture. Now, you will have, most likely have enough data to learn analytics, and you will use practically every metrics that you want. Every metric that is available in analytics, like watch time, average watch time, drop-offs, subscriber acquisitions, like a bunch of different things that you can learn from analytics. And now is the time to actually learn it. So it's a difficult time from 100 to 1,000, time of establishment, time of growth, time of explosive growth, because again, you will grow much faster from 100 to 1,000 than you're growing from 0 to 100. Much faster. It will be exactly the same time in many cases. In my cases, in all of the cases, it was exactly the same time to grow from 100 to 1,000 than it was from 0 to 100. So most likely it will be for you as well. So stay focused, continue doing whatever you're doing, and yeah, good luck with that. So in the next lecture, we're going to talk more about watch time, 4,000 hours watch time to be exact, just to get your channel monetized as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So see you there. Your first 4,000 hours of watch time. The goal that sounds very far away from you and very difficult to attain. And yes, it is actually pretty difficult to attain. For the first 4,000 hours watch time will be very difficult to attain. And you want this to have your channel monetized. And usually attaining 4,000 hours of watch time is more difficult than getting 1,000 subscribers. Usually, for some people, it's difficult. It's a opposite way. Like for example, on one of my channels, I gained 4,000 hours watch time way earlier than I get from 1,000 subscribers. I think I got 4,000 of watch time on 300 subscribers. So it was very weird. So it is extremely difficult thing to do, but not as much as you think. The same way with the subscribers, it grows exponentially in speed. So it's difficult to gain first hours, and when you get your first 4,000 hours of watch time, you'll get second one like probably in third time, maybe in a quarter of time. So just know that it's speeding up the same way the subscribers are speeding up. So what to do, how to make how to get 4,000 hours watch time as quick as possible realistically. So first things that you need to focus on is average watch time. You need to make people to watch 3 minutes on average. And this is the minimum. I don't mean that like, you need to focus on 3 minutes and you don't want 4 or 5 minutes. I mean the minimum 3 minutes on average, because this is overall YouTube average. People are watching videos for 3 minutes per video on average. If you are having less than that, that means that you need to work more on your editing. Because the average watch time is purely decided by your editing, whatever you do, whatever you talk. It's purely depending on the video itself. Remember, watch time is purely dependent on the video, not on the thumbnail, not on the title. It's purely dependent on the video. You want 3 minutes on average minimum. If you can get higher, it's better. The bigger channels, like a few 100,000 subscribers, they're getting 4, 5, sometimes even 6 minutes of watch time. You want these numbers as well, but more attainable goal for you will be the 3 minutes on average. It is not as difficult as you might think. If you have a good topic, which will be pretty easy, and most likely you will gain this amount of average watch time somewhere between 100 and 1,000 subscribers. Don't even try to aim this with 100 subscribers and less, because you will most likely have either much higher average watch time or much lower average watch time, just because you don't have enough data, you don't have enough views, you don't have enough people watching this, and your analytics data is very, very, very not full. So you need to understand this very well. So you most likely aim for this number somewhere closer to 1,000 subscribers, not earlier than that. This means that you need to lifetime average watch time. Next, on average, you'll need 80,000 views in order to get 4,000 hours of watch time. So this is with 3 minutes on average of watch time. So if you go and just crunch them numbers, it's something like this, 80,000 to 100,000 views, somewhere like that. You need to get 3 minutes somewhere average on watch time. The higher the average watch time you have, the less views you need. The lower your average watch time you have, more views you need, because 4,000 hours of watch time on average is not on average, exactly 240,000 minutes of watch time, and you have 3 minutes of watch time on average, then you're gonna get 80,000 minutes. You need all 80,000 minutes. So just compared to the subscriber numbers, on average people have a conversion rate of 1 to 2%. And with the conversion rate of 1 to 2%, you need from 50 to 100,000 views in order to get 1,000 subscribers. Like in my case, in one of my channels, I had way lower than 1%. In one of my channels, I had way higher than 2%, like around 3%. So just know that it's completely different, but you need 80,000 views. Just know that. If you're aiming for the number of views, know that you need to aim to 80,000 views. Next, longer videos are better for that goal. This is extremely important because they have higher watch time but less views on average, because people are clicking the longer videos less often, because people usually use YouTube in a burst, like sitting down and just doing nothing. Oh, maybe let's check out some videos, and he will check the video. And people have usually maybe half an hour of the time, they don't want to spend half an hour for one video. They prefer to spend it like on 5-6 different videos with a much lower watch time. But there are people who are watching the videos in its entirety, and those people are increasing average watch time to much higher numbers than you might even think. So just focus on the longer videos, and because they will help you to reach the goals. Like how longer do you might ask, because it's longer can be like 1 hour, 2 hour, 10 hours, or in 15 minutes, or whatever you want. I would suggest you to aim somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. Like 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes will be probably the best case scenario, because these videos are not way too long and not short enough. So these videos have much higher average watch time, and if people will watch on half of the 20 minutes video, it's a 10 minutes. So just know that the longer videos are better for that goal. If I'm assuming if you are good at editing it, if you are doing good videos, this is like necessity. If you're not doing the good videos, if you feel like if your videos views are falling off at 1 minute on average, that means that it doesn't matter how long the videos you make. It's better to have the shorter videos then, because you're just wasting your time. So if you're making more or less good videos, focus on the longer ones. Let's talk about the playlists, because playlists are often dismissed. We talked about playlists in one of the previous lectures, but playlists are big contributors to the watch time. How and why? Playlists have a lower amount of views usually, but they have much higher amount of average watch time, because sometimes when people are coming to your videos, and if you have shorter videos, they sometimes check the playlist, because you might have a different types, different topics for in your channel. You will of course have different topics, even though your niche is the same. Within the niche you might have like subdivisions, something like that, and people want to know like only one certain type of videos, and they go to playlist to see whether you have the playlist for this type of videos or not. And if you have, they will go and binge watch your videos, and for that reason they have much higher amount of average watch time, because usually the videos that are on top, the good videos that are on top, are being watched fully, and people in the playlist are watching the videos in their fullest. The later videos are getting much lower views, but people, if they're interested in videos, they have a tendency to watch the first videos to the fullest, to the end. So if you have like 20 minutes videos, imagine like 3 20 minutes videos, there is a chance that the first 3 videos will get full views, like 1 hour of watch time from one individual, only 3 views. So this is extremely important, and you need to have a playlist. It is not a lot of work for you. It's a very minimal work, and it will not contribute a lot, to be fair, but it will still be a contributor. Like even if it will contribute 10 to 20% to the watch time, it's 10 to 20 minutes of 10 to 20% of watch time done just by doing like maybe 15 minutes of work. So yeah, you need to do this. And last but not least is use analytics. Analytics is the best indicator whether your watch time is doing good or not, and where you're getting your watch time. And because you can actually check out your video fall off, how your videos are doing, what people are watching, what people are not watching, you are gonna get a lot of analytical data from the editing that you're doing, from the topics that you're doing. You can cross-check and cross-relate to different things, to a bunch of different other things, and understand exactly what works for you, what time, and what not. Analytics is giving you so much data that it's amazing. It's just amazing thing to have. So just use the analytics as much as possible for your videos and to how to increase your watch time. All this will be it for this one. Let's go to the next one.